Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here. As you can see on our screen here, today we're going to be doing a test. So, yesterday's video kind of got me curious. I was comparing Osman and Diaochan to Frederick, and I wanted to see just how good you could go up against one another. And I was going to do it just one commander versus one commander, just to kind of make it apples to apples. But Frederick has leadership, whereas Diaochan has integration. So we couldn't do it that way. So I've got them behind Charles on both accounts. Both accounts are T5. Both accounts have full T5 inside the march. Both accounts have all their equipment removed, and both accounts have the exact same build. Now the only difference is that the account that you see in green on your screen, that has VIP 17. So there's a little bit of a damage buff, 5% total damage dealt, which, a little bit can be a lot there. But what I've done is I've added a 5% attack bonus on my other account, which is not the same, not even close, but it should help at least a little bit even out the odds. Now, the other thing that could really affect this test is the fact that the builds, they've got Testudo formation and they've got Hold the Line, both of which are a 10% proc chance. So with that in mind, there could be some variation here, but I just want to see how close it is, because we're talking about two really good starter legendary commanders, right? These are original gold key commanders, one of which is one that not a whole lot of people have maxed out in Frederick. So I wanted to test him out with Charles against something that everybody can really max out with Diaochan as an epic commander behind another Charles. So let's go and get started. The green has the Frederick, and the red has the Diaochan. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the other screen just to get my War Frenzy as well, so that we are all on the same page and we got the exact same buffs going on. So let's see. Let's see how this goes. I think that Freddy should win. Okay, Freddy should win, I would think. However, again, we'll see. We'll have to see here. You can definitely see the bigger numbers coming from Frederick over against the epic commander, but the normal attack damage is basically the same. It's definitely looking like Frederick's going to win here, though, for sure. See, 14, 14, and 1100. See, the skill damage is literally double. But you're supposed to get 4 ticks from Diaochan. So let's see how this works. It's definitely looking like Freddy's winning here. I was hoping that the healing would be better off from Diaochan to maybe even the odds a bit. But it's looking like, yeah, for sure, Frederick is definitely beating Diaochan in this situation. And again, there could be some variation here, and then of course, again, you've got the 5% damage bonus from VIP 17, and that could definitely be helping here a little bit, but it shouldn't be so significant that the difference is as substantial as it looks on the screen. Now, keep in mind too, Diaochan does not have an extra troop capacity bonus. Okay, so this red army came up with 210,000 troops, whereas the green army came up with 240,000 troops. So that's also affecting the outcome here. But again, that is what the commanders bring to the table. So I wanted to make sure that all the commanders got the buffs that they deserve from their skills. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cancel it here. Let me see the best way to do this. I don't want to affect the. I don't want to affect it too much. I think that did maybe another tick on the skill. All right, all good. Dang it! So I'm using the new blue stacks as well, guys, and it is not liking full screen mode with multiple monitors. That's something that needs to be addressed. But the actual performance is really good. I'm running 2 fully functional max spec tech on these BlueStacks instances, and that's running very, very well. So very nice. See, like I just go to my other monitor and it goes whoop. There it goes. It's going all over the place. All right, so let's check the report here. I expect, yeah, it's about what, 3 to 2. Yeah, 3 to 2 exchange. More healing done on Frederick for sure. than Diaochan. And I think, again, the 240 versus 210 can definitely impact, guys. Now, I wonder if we did 210 versus 210, how much different it would be, how much closer it would be. But that being said, I mean, clearly Charles Frederick, and these are both maxed as well, Charles Frederick was the win there. Let's try it with Charles Osman this time. That's going to give us no heal, but it's going to give us more troop capacity. Let's see which one performs better. Maybe we'll learn a little something on the troop capacity versus heal front. It'd be nice if it pulled the march out like I asked. Very sweet. And again, guys, look at the well, I can't show you the equipment on the screen, but I can whenever I pull it out. Let's do Freddy on this one because this is the only account I've got Frederick maxed on. And we're going to 240 just like before. But just to show you again, we've got no equipment on Charles, and also we've got this talent build. We went balance, we went testudo formation, we went medicinal supplies, we went loose formation, we went hold the line, the extra health buff, the damage against calves, and undying fury. That's our standard. You can also, if you want to have a little bit more open field presence, you can take away balance and go after the march speed to get a little more march speed on the field, but it's barely noticeable, to be honest. Okay, so let's come back over here, and then on the other screen, I'm going to bring out my Charles Osman, which will be the exact same except for the VIP 17 on the main account. Maxed out, 230. So again, Osman has a 10% troop capacity bonus, whereas Frederick has a 15, I believe. Let's confirm that. Alright, so Freddy. Yeah, 15% troop capacity bonus. So that's a pretty substantial difference as well. But again, I mean, this is meant to test apples versus apples here. How much better Frederick is than these two epic commanders, which are likely going to be, and maybe we'll do a test on SunTzu really quick too. Just to see how much better Frederick is than these three epic commanders. I'm gonna test SunTzu. We have to, right? He's one of the best, if not the best, epic commanders that you have access to. All right, we still both have War Frenzy, so we're gonna go ahead and get cranking. Wait for him to stop. Yep, and then here we go. So again, roughly equal on the normal damage, around 700 each. Yeah, that skill damage from Freddy is just substantial. And we're talking about whenever Freddy's heal procs, we're just going to out-heal, I think. He's starting with more troops, and he's got a heal, and his damage is a little bit better. So this should be a pretty sound win for the green team. I think I was more hopeful for Diaochan because of the fact that she's got the heal, she's got the damage. That was kind of my thought. But it's looking like this is going to be a pretty one-sided victory again for Frederick, so this is going to be a big deal. But again, you can compete. I mean, you're not getting absolutely melted here, and again, this is T5 versus T5. But, having an epic commander is not the worst thing in the world here, guys. This Osman or Diaochan looks like she was performing better than Osman, to be honest with you, because of the heal, I think, is what was really kind of helping Diaochan a little bit out. Yeah, you can see the extra damage coming off. It's just not quite as substantial as Freddy. And I think that's the difference. Freddy is just... Okay, there we are at yellow. So let's go ahead and get back out. And I will try and pull... There we go. So I'm going to go and return that march. I'm going to go and return that march. And let's check the report out here. Okay, so actually a little bit closer than we had anticipated. Look at the difference. It's not very much. It was, as far as a win goes, for a win, Frederick would definitely have won, but he's got the heal. The extra 22,000 heal, 23,000 or 21,000 heal is what's kind of keeping him topped off because of his third skill, or second skill. It might be second skill. Whereas Osman doesn't have that extra heal. But damage-wise, very close. 2,000 difference. This is a lot closer, and leads me to really believe that Osman is a little bit stronger than Diaochan from a PvP standpoint. And again, I think that just has to do with his extra skill damage against a pairing like this, and then also the extra troop capacity, which I think maybe that is really more important than the heal. So to me, the troop capacity is really what lended towards a more favorable severely wounded total difference than the Diaochan one. Let's check. I think we're going to be able to test that really well if we try SunTzu. So let's do that. I think I'm actually really anxious to see this, because again, SunTzu has universally been seen as really... Nope, that's not what I want. That's on the other account. Universally, SunTzu is considered the best epic commander that is available. He's jokingly been referred to as a mini legend or purple legendary. So I almost did it again. Where is Freddy? Freddy. All right, here we go. So this is going to be, to me, this is going to be a landslide, because not only does SunTzu not have, not only does SunTzu not have the extra troop capacity, but he also does not have a heal. So I think he's actually going to get a worse report, if I had to guess, before we do this, right? Before we do this, I think he's going to get a worse report than both Osman and Diaochan. I think he's going to be third. Right now, I've got Osman ranked number 1, Diaochan ranked number 2 in this testing. And again, a lot of it just has to do with the troop capacity, which really kind of, to me, it kind of changes a little bit of my gameplay here, because I've always favored, just in general, I've always favored heal for sustainability over troop capacity. And we did a video on that yesterday where I said, survivability wise, I've got Diaochan ahead of Osman because of her heal. But if I had to really, based off of this test, I might start to lean more towards the troop capacity bonus commanders instead of the heal. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Here comes... Here, I'm going to go ahead and scout here just to refresh. And then same thing, I'm going to scout on this just to refresh as well. Here we go. All right, we got scouts going. Scouts are rolling. There's our Charles SunTzu primary. T5 infantry, 210k. 240k for Freddy. Let's do this. Here we go. Attacking. Now look at this, though. Look at the damage reduction because of SunTzu's 10% damage dealt, or damage reduction on his second skill. Very strong. You can see right off the bat, the normal damage was a lot lower. A lot lower. And this is actually looking, you know, just from a skill a health bar standpoint, a lot closer. Because I think that damage reduction, the damage received reduction, and also the bonus to health from SunTzu as well, or defense, excuse me. It is still looking like Freddy is going to win here, but it's a lot closer, I think, than... We're going to have to wait and see until he gets to yellow. I've got a feeling that this is actually going to end up being number 1. Because he's not going down nearly as quick as the other two. And again, this kind of shows how strong SunTzu is, guys. SunTzu is, for an epic commander, he really is just a stellar pairing with almost anything out there. I don't think I'm causing as much damage with SunTzu, though. I'm generating a lot more rage, you can see, because I've already fired off an extra skill and I'm still building on my Freddy. So I'm definitely pumping out more. I'm definitely pumping out more rage because of, again, SunTzu's skill, but I'm just not pumping out the damage that you would expect. All right, so let's get ready to recall. There we go. All right, so that's the test. Let's see. Oh no, I scouted myself. Unacceptable. Yeah, okay, so, all right. So let me delete these here. Delete. So we can go one by one. So this was with Diaochan. 10 to 15. So that's a big difference in the severely wounded category. And again, healing tends to do that, right? Like we've known that. Healing, the more you heal, the more likely you are to take more severely wounded, especially over an extended period of time. That's why Richard, albeit you tend to win a lot with Richard because of his heal, because he heals so much, your report doesn't look quite as good as what it looked like on the battlefield. Number 2, we got Osman, and that's 8.2 to 10.6. So, and again, I think I let this one go just a little bit more seconds wise. This was 1 minute and, oh my god, math, 46 seconds. Yeah, 1 minute 46 seconds here for this particular fight. And there's about a 2,400 severely wounded difference, delta. And then same thing here, about a 2,300 delta. And we're looking at a minute and 34. Okay, so this one was actually longer, a minute and 41? Yeah, a minute 41. So this one's actually a little bit longer, and we had less severely wounded, but we also caused less severely wounded too. So we caused about 1,000 less, about 800 less, but we also took 900 less. So I put SunTzu and Osman on the same pairing as far as on the same plane. SunTzu more survivable, and to me should have pumped out more damage, but he doesn't have the raw skill damage number that Osman does. So that's what explains to me. And also you have to think about it too. Really the final verdict here, look at the 210,000 troops and having this trade with no heals versus 230,000 troops with no heals and having this trade. I think that really ranks it, again, SunTzu, Osman, Diaochan for your best epic nuking pairs. I think that if you look at some of the other options, you start to cry a little bit. You got SunTzu, you got Kusunoki, Herman. Herman's not a bad choice either, but again, we're talking archers at that point, and you should be doing extra damage against infantry in that situation, which we can test in a different situation. So I'm not doing anti-troop bonus damage. Boudica, just too much peacekeeping stuff to make it worthwhile. SunTzu, yes. Baybars, yes. Could also work. As far as the damage, I think I would expect him to do as much damage as SunTzu, but not be as tanky as SunTzu. Kira could be an option, but really Osman, yeah, the ones that I've picked here, Osman, Diaochan, and SunTzu are really going to be your best bet, guys. I think that's going to be a good test for you guys to use when you're talking about pairing things up on the battlefield. Yes, Frederick is better than all 3 of those epic commanders, but really with Osman and SunTzu specifically, not that bad, especially when you're considering Freddy took 690 legendary sculptures to max, whether it was through gold keys or whether it was through universals or the daily chests, and you can max all 3 of those epic commanders relatively easily if you've been playing this game for a little while. So I think that the value there is definitely in the epics, and as you go towards Diaochan, that's when it starts being a little less valuable, but still pretty good. So I think that the value is there on all 3, SunTzu and Osman being your best 2. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope this has been helpful to all of you. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one. Take care.